Hello everybody. Once again, it's another Friday and the old Massey Ferguson backhoe is finally going to get some help. The motor is stuck. I don't think it's stuck too bad because it hasn't been sitting too long. But a little month and a half ago I took the plugs out, filled the cylinders with oil and diesel, and put the plugs back in. It's been sitting for a while, so we're going to try popping it loose. We got D. Frank here. He's going to, for once, he's going to be helping me with my projects rather than me helping him with his junk. So he's going to sit in the seat here. I already got it in gear. I got it in second gear high. I think that'll be good. And just, you know the deal. Keep popping the clutch. Got the chain hooked up to the John Deere. And yeah, I don't have the 350 because that already went up to the farm for some grading work. So the old MC is going to have to do it again. Ready? So unfortunately, this motor was stuck a little tighter than I was expecting or hoping. What I ended up doing, of course we weren't able to break it free just by dragging it and popping the clutch. Took the head off, took a look inside, everything looked fine. And so I got to thinking, I realized, kind of obvious in hindsight, when I let this machine sit last winter, I took out the drain plug. I said, let me drain all the old oil and fill it with diesel. Let it loosen up all the sludge, so I'll clean out the crankcase a little bit. Well, I took out the drain plug. 2 or 3 gallons of water came out and about a cup or 2 of black sludge. And so of course that's not too good, so I figured that the bottom end was actually what was locked up, not the top end. So what I did is I took the connecting rod caps and main bearing caps, I loosened those, they're nice and floppy, then I pulled it forward and back a little bit with the dozer and I was able to break it free. Well, I guess it's a kind of a decent thing that I couldn't break the motor free and run it because I'd have to take it apart anyway. Here's the caps, rod caps. Most of them, 3 of them, or actually 2 of them are decent, like this. And then the other 2 are like that. Notice anything missing? No bearing at all. When I took off the oil pan, there were shiny metal shards. I decided to ignore it for the time being, but yep, that's where this bearing went and turned into little pieces. And then, so this is number 4. Number 3, the bearing is still there, but it's spun, so that one's on its way out too. So yeah, it's going to get some new bearings, and I guess it's a good thing I took it apart. Alright, here we are underneath the engine. As you see, I got everything apart pretty much. I decided I'm going to replace the main bearings. There's 3 of them. Here's the center one on the end and other end. But anyway, you don't have to remove the crank to get the upper part of the main bearing out. What you do, you take a flathead screwdriver, and right there where you can see the bearing, get the screwdriver there and you tap it with a hammer until you work it around far enough on the other side, like this one, where you can kind of jam a pry bar like just against the soft material of the bearing and just kind of pry it around. See, this one's partway pulled out, and I stopped so I could show you. Now here's the oil hole. You could probably grab onto that and see that rotates around a little bit more. Well, the motor's pretty much all taken apart. Got the oil pump there that'll be rebuilt, the main bearing caps, and obviously the pistons and everything, carburetor. And that about covers it for disassembly. So now I got to order parts. I'm going to order main bearings, rod bearings, the whole in-frame rebuild kit, which includes pistons, rings, seals, head gasket, stuff like that. And I'll throw it back together. So stay tuned for the next update with this machine, but as it sits right now, the motor is pretty much just a block and a crankshaft and a couple other miscellaneous parts. Oh, the last thing I did, I just took some sandpaper and sanded the connecting rod journals on the crankshaft, because two of them were pretty bad. The one with the spun bearing and the one with the non-existent bearing. So I cleaned those up. I just got to order parts and slide this back together. And that's that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this, and make sure to stay tuned for more. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with this project. All the other projects. Got my crawler loader in here now. I'm going to do another steering clutch on that. So that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Come on back for more.